Most war manga give the main character a sword or a monster inside them, or some broken power that makes them feel destined to win from the very beginning. But the Bugle Call does something completely different. It gives its main character a bugle, and somehow that one choice makes this one of the most interesting war manga nobody is talking about, because Luca is not introduced like a normal battle shonen protagonist. He is not chasing glory. He is not obsessed with fighting. He is not trying to become the strongest warrior alive. He wants music. That is it. He wants to become a real musician, a maestro. But the world he lives in does not care about what he wants. And that is what makes the Bugle Call hit harder than most new manga, because this is not really a story about war. It is a story about what happens when life takes the thing you love most and turns it into something you never wanted it to be. Luca's gift is beautiful. He can see sound. That idea alone already makes the manga feel different. Music is not just something he hears. It becomes something visual, something alive, something that gives shape to the world around him. But the tragedy is that his gift does not lead him away from war. It pulls him deeper into it. And that is the core of the Bugle Call. A boy who wants to escape the battlefield ends up becoming useful because of the very talent that was supposed to save him from it. That is why this manga feels so personal. Because in real life, talent does not always set you free. Sometimes talent becomes pressure. Sometimes the thing you are good at becomes the thing people use you for. And sometimes your dream gets twisted by the world before you even get the chance to protect it. That is what makes Luca such a strong protagonist. He is not interesting because he is the loudest character in the room. He is interesting because he is trapped between who he wants to be and what the world needs him to become. And that is a much more human conflict than just, I need to defeat the enemy. A lot of war stories are about strategy, politics, and survival. But the Bugle Call adds another layer. It asks a quieter question. What does war do to a dream? Because Luca's dream is not random. Music represents freedom for him. It represents beauty. It represents a life beyond violence. But every time the story pushes forward, that dream gets pulled closer to the battlefield. The bugle becomes more than an instrument. It becomes a signal, a command, a tool, a responsibility. And that is where the manga becomes more than just fantasy, because war in the Bugle Call is not only physical, it reflects life. The pressure to grow up before you are ready, the pressure to be useful, the pressure to take responsibility for things you never asked for. That is why the title works so well. A bugle call is not a song made for yourself. It is a sound made for others. It tells people when to move, when to fight, when to retreat, when to survive. So even the main symbol of the story is built around sacrifice. Luca's music is not private anymore. It belongs to the battlefield, and that is the painful part. The manga takes something beautiful and asks, what happens when the world only values it because it can be used? That is such a strong idea for a war manga, because the battles are not just about armies clashing, they are about identity. Luca is fighting to survive, yes, but he is also fighting to keep his dream from being completely swallowed by the world around him.